Hi, I'm Lynne Carroll, Director of Heart of Iowa Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about our school referral process so that you can be a part of helping us to find those children who you have contact with that you know could possibly use a little extra support and an extra mentor that could help them with some most basic things about their life today. Step one, as a teacher, would love for you to identify those children who you have contact with as those children who might be facing adversity. It could mean that they're struggling in school. They could have difficulties with building relationships or friendships at school. It could also mean that there's some kind of something going on at home where they could just use a little extra support person and an extra focused attention from a mentor. After you've identified those kids, you would send those referrals to the school counselor. School counselor will help, with your help, will fill out a referral form that will then just be faxed to our office, giving us some sense of who that child is so that we can make connections with them for the next step. What happens prior to an interview with that child, we would be sending out an application, probably through school, because we seem to have a better outcome on those applications being returned when it goes home in the school backpack. So what happens is our staff and along with school counselors would get together an application that will then go through the child's backpack to their home. Prior to that, a contact will be made from the school counselor with the parent, asking them if they would like to consider their child being a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters and the benefits of what that is, and getting their permission. And then that application then would be go home and then return to school, probably to you as the teacher. Once we receive that application, we will schedule a time with you that is the best time for this child's schedule for us to interview them. And the basics of the interview is giving us an opportunity to get to know them. What are their favorite books to read? What do they like to do in their free time? But we cover a few other kinds of things. One of them includes some conversation about personal safety, child safety, as well as what maybe their family makeup might be. Are they living with a parent or a grandparent? Do they have their own room? Some of those kinds of things that are helping us to get to know a little bit more about that child. Once we've completed the interview, we will communicate with you and as the teacher as to what is the best time in that child's schedule for us to be able to make to match them with a big. So a big would be someone who's been processed by us. We've done background checks. We've had some referrals from some teachers as well as parents and other adults in their life. We will also ask we will provide an interview with them as well to get to know them. What's their motivation for wanting to become a big, some of those kinds of things. And then that gives us an idea of who that person might be so that we can maybe even match with common interests. So we're looking at the child's common interests and the volunteers' interests in how it is we might make the best fit for them. Because sometimes that makes a difference on what kind of activities that they might choose to do together on things that they both enjoy. When we are matching with school-based, the basics is that we come up with a time that best fits for both the big and the little after communicating with teachers. And then we will make an introduction. So we're doing that basic, hi, this is your mentor. This is the child you'll be working with, giving them a chance to get to know each other. We go over some ground rules. Those basic ground rules include some simple things like we only ask that they meet at school during school hours when school is in session. So they're not going to be transporting this child anywhere else. They're not going to be picking up the child to go to Casey's to get a Slurpee, none of that kind of thing. But everything that happens between the mentor and the child will take place at school, on school property, when school is in session. The match introduction is that first time for us to really connect with both of them together. And we do then ask that they come and meet once a week, and hopefully about the same, if it would be fabulous if it was like every Monday at 2:30 or Thursday at 3 o'clock, that kind of thing. However that might best, so that it would be something that you as a teacher could predict what was going to happen, that they were planning to come. To be honest with you, the kids get to learn that schedule and look very much forward to the fact that their mentor is coming that day, because they know exactly what part of their schedule that they should be expecting to see them coming to their door. We would like to have a space in school where those mentors can meet with their littles. It could be a chair and table out in the hallway. It could be a special room, but we will be in contact with the counselor about where that might be best for those matches to meet. Once a month, our staff will be coming to school and connecting with the child, as well as the big, for match support. The basics of match support tells us a few things like how often they've been meeting, what have they been spending their time together doing, as well as is there any issues that we might need to address? Do they have any questions about something that they just never quite, that have come up since they've been matched? But we also have a safety component that's involved with all of our ongoing match support. Child safety is the priority for us as an agency, as well as Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. So we will be asking some kind of question around that and doing some training for those young people as well, for those children, on child safety. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I know this is kind of a learning experience to learn and know and understand what this means in order to be referring a child. To be honest with you, once a child is referred and the mentor, the big and the little, have been meeting for a while, we begin to see results like improvement in school, attendance, their grades, their behavior. Also, we see growth in self-confidence as well. Knowing that you as a classroom teacher have a great deal of a big part in that growth, but we also like to think that the fact that they have one-to-one focus with someone for just a portion of their week can make a difference for a child, just feeling as though that they are able to kind of blossom in some new ways that one-to-one focus would not have provided if they did not have that. So that's the most basics. So please make referrals for kids who have to be at least 6 years old. And we're going to be working with elementary at the BCL UW schools. And we will be recruiting high school students to be the mentors. Those mentors will also have your contact information as a teacher, so that if something comes up they're not able to make it, that they would communicate directly with you. We greatly appreciate your help with this. We really know and understand how important mentoring can be for a child who might be struggling with something going on in their life, and that one-to-one focus can make a world of a difference. So thank you for your help with this, and have a great day.